Hello, welcome to another episode of The End of the Search. This one I call it Dying to Be Happy. What do I mean by that? I mean, you have to die to be happy? You have to die to be at peace? Like they put on tombstones, rest in peace or rest in happiness? No. Happiness, peace, is what you are always. Always. You can never not be happy. You can never not be at peace because that is what you are always. That is the background. That's what you're resting in always because of the nature of what you are. The only thing is that the happiness, the peace that I am, that you are, that is overshadowed by thinking. That's all. I would not even say by thinking, I would say by believing the thinking. Right now, right this moment, you cannot not be happy because you are. But let's take a look at what are you thinking, or let's put it this way, what thoughts are appearing in you that you're believing. This is not esoteric. This is practical, logical, and factual. Right now, you are, and notice what thoughts are you believing. These thoughts are just passing clouds. They appear and they also disappear. Just like everything in life. But you, what we're pointing to here, you are. Now, the problem here is that you think that me, this person, this seeming person is talking to you, another person, you see? And that's not the case. This is not a conversation, this is more like a monologue. Right now, don't identify with any of your thoughts and what is left. Well, that which is left is the space in which everything seemed to appear, including this seeming image that appears to be saying words to that other image that appears to be you. Now, you don't try to grasp this conceptually, mentally it's not going to make any sense because you're still believing that there's a you who's listening to these words. So let's go to the practicality of this, and it is right now, right this moment, just relax and don't believe any of the thoughts that are appearing and what is left. And what is left is not peace and is not happiness, is what is. Direct experience. And that's why I label it peace and happiness for the content of these videos. Because we have the tendency of thinking that happiness is pleasure or sensations. That peace feels in a particular way. We talk about love and we say, oh, I love this person because I have a feel. I'm feeling something. You see? But if the feeling is not there, that means that I don't love that person. You see? All of a sudden now love is something that comes and goes. But the love we're pointing here is the absence of judgment, which is the space like in which everything is love. Not that everything is loved. Everything is love. You are love. I am love. Everything is love because that is the underlying energy. The substratum, if you want to use that word. That's what love is. Well, that's what peace is. That's what happiness is. So you are happy and at peace even while on the surface there may be movement. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the thoughts appear on the surface. It doesn't matter what sensations appear on the surface. It doesn't matter what appears on the surface. All that movement is just passing clouds. But you remain and you are in which all that movement takes place. Consequently, you always are. And that's what I mean when I'm saying that you are happy and you are at peace always, because you are. Therefore, Because you believe all the thoughts about who you think you are, that's self-identification, those concepts, you see? All these concepts, which is a false sense of identity, it what has to die in order for you to be happy, in order for you to experience what is and what always have been. See? So what is dying is not the body. What is dying is the psychological identification with myself as a body. So I need to die in order to be happy. See, that's why I'm dying to be happy. Because everything I've learned about myself, everything I think is true, has to die in order for me to rest in what is, which is the happiness, the peace that is always, that will never change. See? That's why we're not here trying to fix anything. You're not broken. You believe to be broken. First of all, by believing you're a separate entity, you see that's fragmentation of the whole. And now this separate seams of identity or separate identity or apparent self-identity now is being colored with all these different other concepts of who I think I am. See? Tall, short, good, bad, black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, American, competent, incompetent, and you can imagine, you know, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I am a cousin, I am everything you can possibly think of. Every single concept has to land on something, you see, and that something that it lands on is a thought. The thought, I am an individual. But when all of that is tossed aside, what is left? You see what I'm saying? When all these concepts, thoughts, or beliefs are not believed in them, what is left? You see? What is left is what is. You see? So all these concepts have to die in order for the what is to be experienced, and that is the happiness I am pointing to. That's why you are always happy. You are always at peace. And if you argue, if you argue against what I'm sharing here, is because you're in the mind. That's all. In the mind is where the arguments are fabricated. You see? Without the mind, without the believing, the thoughts, there's nothing to argue. All that there is what is. And that is what is before any thought, which is the latest book I just wrote, which is available now. If you want to, if you're interested, just go to my website, nickarandes.com, and look for the book, and you'll find it. So we're always pointing to the obvious. We're always pointing to what is. And again, this is not esoteric. This is not something that you will achieve in the future. There's no future. Even the future is a thought. Because all that there is present moment experience. This is all there is. There's nothing else. Try to argue against that. And you realize that you cannot. And then the question is, okay, then, if you're not experiencing the happiness and the peace that you are, in spite of whatever may be taking place in your life right now, is simply because you're identified with the mind that is interpreting the situation. Without that interpretation, what is left is what is always been, what you are, love, peace, happiness. And that is what we're reminded of all the time. And at the beginning seems very difficult, not because it's difficult actually, but because we're so identified with our sense of identity that letting go of that is like a form of a death. Just for the mind, not for truth. You see? And because of that identification, it appears as if there's a struggle, because I want to experience the peace, that happiness that I am, but I have all these things that I want to do, which actually belongs to the identity. And we're not saying here that you cannot do things in the world. Things will be done anyway, because you're not even doing them. They will be done because it's part of the play that you're supposed to play. That's your character. But seeing it from a witness perspective is very different. All I know is that all that there is this moment. That's it. That's all there is. There's nothing else. And any fantasies that can come up for possible futures and things like that, they can be seen. I can see them very innocently, of possibilities that could happen, yes. And I don't mean negative. I even talk about the ones that you may like, maybe visiting a particular country, being with someone, or I don't know, whatever fantasies the mind can create. I see them very innocently and just like moving pictures, because I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that if any of those images or any of those things have to happen in my life, life will take care of all the details. I don't have to worry about that. All I have to make sure is not to distract myself with that, because this is a thing. If I believe the positive, yes, I would have to also believe the negative. If you believe one side of a dream, you're going to have to believe also its opposite. This is why sometimes people get into this struggle trying to be positive, I'm avoiding the negative or so. No, if you're trying to hold on to the positive, it's because you have to believe in the negative. That's how life is, you see? It's the play of opposites. So either you believe the dream, the whole dream, or you don't believe the whole dream. But if you want to hold on to one part of the dream, you're going to have to hold on to the whole dream. If you're dreaming at night, if you like one part of your dream, you will not be able to awaken from it, because you cannot take with you that which belongs to the dream. So, if you believe one single thought, you're going to have to believe all of them. You see? If you believe one single thought, it doesn't matter how positive or wonderful it may be, if you believe one single thought, you're going to have to believe all of them. But if you don't believe any of them, guess what? You are free. You are happy. You're at peace. You have died to be happy. Well, so this is inspiration that came through this instrument. Hope it helped. And as always, may peace permeate the mind so that love can be extended.